Fun fact, your gut has more neurons than your spinal cord, more immune cells than the rest of your body combined, and about 38 trillion bacteria living in it, which is a lot. They're technically outnumbering your human cells at this point. For those of us with autoimmune disease, especially anything in the gut-liver axis, the microbiome is central to the story. Today we're talking about how glycine interacts with gut health, the gut lining, and this triangle between your gut, your liver, and your immune system.
This video is brought to you by A Hummingbird's Journey. End of life can be tough, and a debt doula can help guide you and your loved ones through that journey with peace and dignity. If you're seeking support during those tender times, visit ahummingbird'sjourney.com to find the answers and comfort you need. The link is in the description.
Your gut and liver are in constant communication via the portal circulation, the blood supply that drains the intestines and flows directly into the liver. Everything your gut absorbs goes through the liver first. This is a great design normally. Your liver screens what comes in, processes it, and protects the rest of your body. But in conditions like PSC, IBD, and autoimmune liver disease, this highway becomes a problem. When the gut lining is compromised, increased intestinal permeability, bacterial products like liposaccharide or LPS get through. They travel up the portal vein to the liver. The liver's immune cells, called Kupffer cells, detect them and mount an inflammatory response. For people with PSC, this is inflammatory stimulation in the portal circulation may be directly relevant to biliary inflammation and fibrosis. The gut microbiome in PSC is distinct from healthy individuals. There's reduced diversity, altered bile acid metabolism, and patterns that may promote inflammation. This isn't just a side effect of PSC. Emerging evidence suggests it may be causally involved. Remember our collagen conversations? The gut lining, the mucosal layer, contains significant amounts of collagen, particularly in the lamina propria, the connective tissue layer beneath the epithelium. Adequate glycine is necessary for maintaining this collagen scaffolding. But glycine does more than provide structural support. There's evidence that glycine directly affects tight junction proteins, the molecular locks that keep your gut epithelial cells sealed together. When tight conjunctions are intact, the barrier holds. When they degrade, permeability increases. Studies in animal models have shown that glycine supplementation reduces intestinal permeability and attenuates gut injury after inflammatory conditions. The mechanism involves both structural support and glycine's anti-inflammatory effects on gut mucosal immune cells. For anyone with IBD alongside their autoimmune liver disease, which is common in PSC patients, where 70 to 80% also have IBD, this is particularly relevant. Supporting gut barrier function is genuinely therapeutic. Bile acids are where glycine and the gut microbiome meet. Your liver makes primary bile acids and conjugates them with glycine and taurine. These glycine conjugated bile acids then travel to your gut, where your bacteria get involved. Your gut bacteria can deconjugate bile acids, removing that glycine, and convert them to secondary bile acids. Some secondary bile acids are important signaling molecules. Some are more toxic to bile duct cells. The balance matters. In PSC, this bile acid ecosystem is disrupted. The altered microbiome produces a different secondary bile acid profile. Supporting glycine availability may influence the conjugation side of this equation, potentially supporting healthier bile acid patterns. Beyond structure, glycine has direct anti-inflammatory effects in gut tissue. Intestinal macrophages have glycine receptors. Glycine supplementation has been shown to reduce pro-inflammatory cytokine production in gut immune cells, including in models of colitis. This has led some researchers to look at glycine as potential therapeutic in inflammatory bowel disease. The evidence is preliminary but mechanistically coherent. If glycine calms down macrophage activation generally, it should do so in the gut too. And there's a practical upshot. The gut is a high turnover environment. Gut cells replace themselves every few days. That rapid renewal is collagen dependent and therefore glycine dependent. Supporting adequate glycine availability is part of the supporting of a gut that it can heal itself. Buddha's concept of the middle way, avoiding extremes, feels relevant to the microbiome. We want neither sterile nor chaotic, neither too permeable nor too rigid, neither too inflammatory nor immunosuppressed. The gut is a dance of balance, and glycine in this context is one of the instruments that can help keep the rhythm. Not a conductor, not a solo act, just a consistent, reliable player that shows up and does its part. For those of us with conditions that affect the gut-liver axis, there's often a sense of helplessness, like the terrain is too complex, the variables too many. But supporting foundational biology, the molecules your gut actually needs to maintain itself, is never wasted effort. Next episode, we're zooming out and talking about glycine in the context of longevity and aging, because glycine depletion is increasingly understood as a factor in the aging process, and chronic disease accelerates many aspects of biological aging. So take care of your gut. It's taking care of you. I'm Kevin, and I'm genuinely grateful you joined me here at Battle Within Autoimmune Life. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It truly helps the channel reach more people in the community. If something in this conversation landed for you, share it with someone else who might be fighting their own battle within. I'll see you in the next one. Rest well.